Hello, Super Scholars, and welcome to our Read Aloud for Wednesday. So the book we are exploring today is called The Spelling Bee Before Recess. It's by Deborah Lee Rose and illustrated by Carrie F. Armstrong Ellis. This is one of those awesome books that rhyme, and I think it's so fun to read and listen to. So let's get started. 'Twas right before recess, about 10:23. Not a teacher was teaching, not even PE. The students were squirming, but none made a sound, as the spelling bee entered its championship round. From the whole school of spellers, we were down to just 3, Cornelius, the genius, smart Ruby, and me. Cornelius knew times tables up, down, and through. He knew all the state capitals, presidents too. Ruby played trumpet. She lived right next door. She'd read at least 10 zillion books, maybe more. Kids called me the slugger. I never struck out. Memorized word lists. I'd win this, no doubt. The first words were easy, like cupcake and spoon, turtle and sandwich, and brain and balloon. The next ones were harder. The words seemed to zing. I clenched both my fists and took my best swing. Cornelius got out when he misspelled mysterious. That left Ruby and me. Things were getting more serious. We spelled reindeer and rumpus and llama and laugh, echo and gecko and ghost and giraffe. The sweat from my armpits was starting to show, while Ruby looked cooler than new fallen snow. Back and forth and back, we spelled penguin and ocean, icicle, bicycle, mischief, and motion. The words flew like fastballs right over home plate. Author, umbrella, pollution, equate. Word after word, we were in the 9th inning. 1 minute to recess, and no one was winning. We're stuck at an impasse, the principal said, so I'm going to try something different instead. For the next word, you'll spell and tell what the word means. I groaned. All I memorized wasn't worth beans. Sesquipedalian, the principal uttered. That's not on the spelling list, several kids muttered. I looked over at Ruby, who nodded her head. That's when I knew I had something to dread. Now the kids were all perched on the edge of their seats. It was my turn at bat. I dug in my cleats. Sesquipedalian. That's Sesquipe. I was more than half through. D and an A and an L-I-E-N? Not quite, said Principal Woodsworth. Ruby, your turn again. I was out. I'd been benched. I felt like a jerk. Ruby rose from her chair and went straight to her work. Her letters just floated like notes in a song. By the end, she had gotten not one of them wrong. Now, Ruby, please tell us just what that means. It means someone who uses big words. I turned green. Like a batter who hears the ump cry. Oh my God. Like a batter who hears the ump's cry of strike 3, I slumped in my chair, hoping no one would see. Miss Woodsworth was beaming. Our new spelling pro is Ruby Melgoza, she said. Way to go. To the top of the school, maybe even the state, Ruby's shown us the meaning of how to be great. The recess bell clanged and kids sprang for the door. I dragged my feet gloomily over the floor. Then I heard the librarian calling my name. I knew she liked baseball. Hey, Slugger, great game. But I lost, Mrs. Booker. Didn't anyone tell you? So you lost, but not just because someone outspelled you. What Ruby knows best isn't just how to spell. She knows that what matters is to use your words well. So in spelling and in life, if you want to succeed, one of the best things all of us can do is to read. As I ran to the playground, I felt nothing to fear, till I heard her yell after, "There's always next year!" The end. Here's all the list of those awesome words, including, look at that big one, sesquipedalian. I had to look up that word. I hadn't heard of that before, so I learned something new today as well. Okay, Super Scholars, thank you so much for joining us for that awesome rhyming spelling bee book. So shake out your body, get it moving so you can get back to work.